Hare thank everyone for taking the time to join us in person. We know it's been a while. Just some housekeeping announcements. We are still observing strict COVID protocol, so masks must be worn at all times. Additionally, at the end of the program, when prasada will be served, it will be takeout only. There will be no eating of prasada in the temple premises. We'd like to once again thank everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the program. We will continue with Kirtan until 6 o'clock, at which time we will have the Aarti. During the Aarti, we will be having the Gora Aarti sung by our Krishna Constable, and they will also be presenting the Sri Navami. Following that, we will have a class by Kalagata Prabhu, our special guest, and we will end the program with a special prayer for Sri Ram. So we will be continuing with Kirtan momentarily, and once again, thank you for joining us on a special occasion of Sri Ram. Jai Sri Ram!
So you should be all happy. So if you don't mind if you all stand, and dance with you. Thank you. Thank you. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Raghupathi Raghav Raja Ram. Bolo. Raghupathi Raghav Raja Ram. Jai Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Jai Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Jai Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Bolo. Jai Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Raghupathi Raghav Raja Ram. Bolo. Raghupathi Raghav Raja Ram. Aha, Raghupathi Raghav Raja Ram. Raghupathi Raghav Raja Ram. Koti to pavan Sita Ram. Bolo. Koti to pavan Sita Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Bolo. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Bolo. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Siya Ram. Raghupathi Raghav Raja Ram. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Bol.
Hare Krishna. I know everyone enjoyed standing and dancing, but we're going to request everyone to please be seated for the remainder of the program. Because of a lot of guests, we're going to ask everyone to move forward. We're going to ask everyone to at least take 2 steps forward. And once again, there's a reminder that masks must be worn throughout the program. So the next part of our program will be our 6 p.m. Aarti. And this will be led by our Krishna Fun School, who will be leading the Gora Aarti, and then transition into the Nama Ramayana.
Your favorite color.
Hare
सिंहसाने आरती कोरेन ब्रह्मा आदिदेवगाने आरती कोरेन ब्रह्मा आदिदेवगाने नरहरि आदि कोरी चमर धुलाया नरहरि आदि कोरी चमर धुलाया संजया मुकुंद पासु घोषो आदि गाया संजया मुकुंद पासु घोषो आदि गाया
Hare Krishna.
शंख
the blessings upon my life.
बाहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन युज्वाला काल देशे बाण शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे Gora Bhakta Vrinda Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Radha Gopinatha Raja Kishore Gopinatha Radhe Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Sudarshana Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki
Next, we are going to be singing the Nama Ramayana. The Nama Ramayana, written by the Vaishnava devotee Lakshmanacharya, is a condensed version of sage Valmiki's Ramayana.
It sums up the essence of the Ramayana in 108 simple verses, each ending with the holy name Rama.
It has 7 khandas as in the original epic Ramayana and describes Lord Ramachandra's divine form, qualities, and pastimes.
गुणगणभूषितराम अवने तनया कामितराम राकाचन्द्रसमाननराम पितृवाक्याश्रितकाननराम प्रियगुहविनिवेदितपदराम तक्षालितनिजमृदुपदराम भरद्वाजमुखानन्दकराम चित्रकूटाद्रिनिकेतनराम दशरथसन्ततचिन्तितराम कैकेयीतनयार्थितराम विरचितनिजपितृकर्मकराम भरतार्थितनिजपादुकराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम राम जय सीताराम नन्दकावन जन पावन राम दुष्टविराध विनाशन राम नन्दकावन जन पावन राम दुष्टविराध विनाशन राम शरभङ्गसुतीक्ष्णार्चित राम अगस्त्यानुग्रहवर्धित राम वृत्रादिपसंसेवित राम पञ्चवटीतटसुस्थित राम शूर्पणखार्तिविधायक राम करदूषणमुखसूरक राम सीताप्रिय हरिनानुगराम मारीचातिकृदाशुगराम विनष्ट सीतान्वेषक राम वृत्राधिपतिनायक राम शबरी दत्तपनाशन राम प्रबन्धबाहुच्छेदन राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम कपिवर सन्तत संस्मृत राम तत्कतिविघ्नध्वंसक राम कपिवर सन्तत संस्मृत राम तत्कतिविघ्नध्वंसक राम सीता प्राणाधारक राम दुष्टदशानन दूषित राम शिष्ट हनुमद्भूषित राम सीता वेदित काकावण राम कृतचूडामणि दर्शन राम कपिवर वचन श्वासित राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम ಸ್ಥಾವರಾ ಸೀತಾಲಿಂಗನ ನಿರ್ವೃತರಾ ನೀತಿ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತ ಜನಪದರಾ ವಿಪಿಣತ್ಯಾಜಿತ ಜನಕಜರಾ ಕಾರಿತ ಲವಣ ಸುರವದರಾ ಸ್ವರ್ಗತ ಶಂಭುಕ ಸಂಸ್ತುತರಾ ಸತನಯ ಕುಶಲವನಂದಿತರಾ ಅಶ್ವಮೇಧ ಕ್ರತು ದೀಕ್ಷಿತರಾ ಕಾಳವೇದಿತ ಸುರಪದರಾ ಆಯೋತ್ಯಕ ಜನ ಮುಕ್ತಿದರಾ ವಿಧಿಮುಖ ವಿಂಬುದಾನಂದಕರಾ ತೇಜೋಮಯ ನಿಜ ರೂಪಕರಾ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಬಂಧ ವಿಮೋಚಕರಾ ಧರ್ಮಸ್ಥಾಪನ ತತ್ಪರರಾ ಭಕ್ತಿಪರಾಯಣ ಮುಕ್ತಿದರಾ ಸರ್ವಚರಾಚರ ಪಾಲಕರಾ ಸರ್ವಭವಾಮಯ ವಾರಕರಾ ವೈಕುಂಠಾಲಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥಿತರಾ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಪದಸ್ಥಿತರಾ ವೈಕುಂಠಾಲಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥಿತರಾ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಪದಸ್ಥಿತರಾ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ರಾಜಾ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ರಾಜಾ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ರಾಜಾ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ.
Thank you to our Krishna Fun School for an ecstatic Gora Arti as well as the Nama Ramayan. Our Krishna Fun School has been going strong for a number of years and continued on throughout the pandemic. And so if anyone is interested in learning more about our Krishna Fun School, you can visit our website, and under our community tab there is a link to our Krishna Fun School's website. They have lots of activities always going on. Now, there are a lot of people have recently arrived, so we're going to be orienting towards this side for the lecture. So we're going to ask everyone to face towards the Vyasasan for the next portion of the program. Now, we do have additional space on the balcony. So if anyone would like to go up to the balcony, you're welcome to do so. However, unaccompanied children are not allowed on the balcony for security purposes. And just once again, another housekeeping announcement, a reminder that masks must be worn throughout today's program. Now, we're very honored to have with us His Grace Palakanta Prabhu. Palakanta Prabhu is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada who was initiated at the age of 18 in 1972. So just like our deities were installed in 1972 and we're celebrating their anniversary, 50th anniversary this year, Prabhu is celebrating his 50th spiritual birthday this year. So just briefly, a little more about Prabhu. Palakanta Prabhu is best known for the Gainesville Krishna House program, which is a vibrant preaching center based on a university campus. And prior to that, he has also been involved in many different activities within ISKCON, as well as having served in on the governing body commission. And we're very honored to have him here with us today. And without further ado, I will pass it along to him.
I get to take off my mask. Thank you very much, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ram Lakshmana Ki Jai. So good to be here on this auspicious occasion of Ram Navami. We will together again after a long time. So I want to thank the young ladies who are singing that beautiful bhajan about Sita Ram. I think that is a wonderful prelude to this short talk. We're going to be discussing some of Lord Ram's pastimes and how they relate to us in this day and age. But first, let's have a short invocation. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The great scripture of the Ramayana tells the story of Lord Ram's pastimes. And in our Srimad Bhagavatam, which Srila Prabhupada has brought to us, the pastimes of Lord Ram are told in a summary way. Is there anyone here today for the first time? Is there anyone here who is not familiar with the pastime of Lord Ram? Only a few. So, in the Bhagavad in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains that whenever there is a decline in religion, he appears. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanyarvadati bharata. He appears in many different ways, in many different forms, in many different times. So in the pastime of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna appeared as the ideal king, the ideal administrator. The ideal in terms of morality, the ideal in terms of strength, the ideal in terms of spirituality. He was what's called a Rajarshi. The king was also a saintly person. So it's said that democracy is the worst form of government, except for all others. In the current age, democracy tends to at least allow a voice to the people and a chance to replace unqualified leaders. The alternative to democracy is autocracy, where one dictator can make all the decisions, and if the dictator is bad, everything he decides is bad. Everything the country does is therefore inappropriate, destructive. But the ideal government is a monarchy headed by a saintly person. So if the people understand the qualities of the saintly person, they will also support a leader who is a saintly person. So our Krishna consciousness movement is meant to give education to people in general from all walks of life. What is the actual qualification of a saintly person? And what is that qualification? In the Bhagavad Gita, the basic textbook of yoga and spiritual life, Lord Krishna says, Prajahati yata karmam sarvapartha manogata atmani eva manantushta sthita pragya tadoshita. A person who is no longer enchanted by the temptations of the external senses becomes steady and therefore uncorruptible. A person is able to find happiness within themselves. Atmani eva manam tushta. Tushta means satisfaction. Atmana means oneself. To find happiness within oneself is the essence of spiritual life. Why? Because then one is no longer addicted to or dependent upon external things to find happiness in this world. So this is the quality of self-satisfaction and spiritual realization from within. That is known as yoga. Yoga means to link with the divine. Those who are familiar with farming, you know this word yoke. So the yoke attaches the powerful bull to the cart, and therefore is able to provide momentum. So similarly, to connect with the divine, to connect with the supreme, means yoga. And that momentum of the Supreme Lord carries us forward to levels of enjoyment and happiness and fulfillment in life that are otherwise unattainable by anything external. Only from within. If the leader has that qualification and the people see that leadership, they will also feel compelled to pursue their spiritual development. So it is for this purpose that Lord Krishna appears as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramchandra, the ideal leader. So the pastimes of Lord Ram are well known to most of us. He was scheduled to inherit the throne from his father, but due to political intrigue, he was instead banished to the forest for 13 years. So he could have fought, but he said, no, this is the will of providence. This is my destiny, this is my duty. So he simply went to the forest without any kind of politics at all. This is one of his, a great example of how a true leader is not attached. Then in the forest, his beloved wife, Sita, was kidnapped by the wicked Ravana. And so Ram recovered Sita and defeated Ravana in a historic battle in Sri Lanka. So these pastimes are described in exquisite detail in the book called the Ramayana. And because most of you are very familiar, I wanted to read a little tangential discussion this evening about Lord Ram's great devotee, Hanuman. This book is called the Srimad Bhagavatamrita. It was written by the great scholar Sanatana Goswami about 550 years ago. And in this book he describes what is the quality of the great devotees of Krishna. In this particular section, the great Narada Muni, the great sage, is trying to find out who has received the greatest benediction from Lord Krishna. So he's going from one person to the next. I think that you have received the greatest mercy from Lord Krishna. And then that person tells him, no, it was this other person. So Narada goes to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And they all keep saying, no, it's not me. I am a very lowly person. You need to talk to this person. So he has now come to the great devotee Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was just a young boy, but because of his great faith, Lord Krishna appeared before him to protect him in the powerful form of Lord Nrsimhadev. So as Lord Nrsimhadev, Krishna protected young Prahlad and blessed him in myriad ways. So the great sage Narada was told Prahlad has gotten the greatest benediction from Krishna. So Narada Muni went to see Prahlad, and he said, no one has gotten so much mercy from the Lord except you. So Prahlad Maharaj said, my Lord Nrsimhadev appeared before me briefly, and it is true that I received his mercy. But I only got to see him for a short time. You should go and see Hanuman, because Hanuman served Lord Ramchandra for many, many years and was always in his company. He has gotten more mercy from the Lord than me. So Narada has said, yes, you're right, and he's gone to see Hanuman. So I'll read a few texts about this, about how Narada is praising Hanuman. Hanuman is this great, as you know, this great devotee of Lord Ram. Hanuman is the most powerful person. When he was just a child, the demigods favored him with several wonderful benedictions. Thus he became immune to old age and death. So Hanuman was the son of, anyone know? Vayu. Vayu, the wind god. So when he was born, Hanuman was so powerful that he looked up and he saw the sun. And he thought, this is a mango, a nice mango. So he immediately he blasted off and started flying towards the sun. And he was going to take it, he was so powerful. So seeing that Hanuman was going to take the sun, Indra struck him with a thunderbolt, knocked him back to the earth, which upset his father very much. So Vayu was so upset that he immediately withdrew the power of breathing from everyone in the universe. When that happened, to save the universal population, Lord Brahma and other great demigods came to Hanuman, revived him, and granted him these benedictions that he could live indefinitely. Freed of all fear, Hanuman maintains great vows, and he performs auspicious deeds. Outstanding among heroes, he is an exceptional servant of Lord Ram. With playful disregard, he jumped across miles of fathomless ocean. Expertly, in the capital of the evil Ravana, he comforted Mother Sita in her distress. He boldly threatened his enemies, burned Lanka, and destroyed its capital. When he brought back news of Sita, he received Lord Ram's deep embrace. It was Hanuman who acted as Lord Ram's best carrier, his tail serving as a royal white umbrella. It is said that only kings can carry white. Everyone can have umbrella, but the white umbrella is reserved for the king. So when he was carrying Lord Ram on his back as he was flying through the air, Hanuman curled his tail like a white umbrella over Lord Ram. Hanuman's broad back served as a comfortable seat for the Lord, and it was Hanuman who directed the project of bridging the ocean. He destroyed the military force of Ravana. He had the special power of delivering the healing herb called Vishalya Karani. So this happened during the Battle of Lanka. The wicked Ravana's son Indrajit managed to knock Lord Ram's brother Lakshmana and many soldiers unconscious to the point where they were threatened with death. Only this certain herb could save them. So everyone turned to Hanuman, the greatest devotee, and said, you have to go to the Himalayas and bring back this particular herb. He said, where will I find it? They told him it would be on top of a particular mountain. So Hanuman went there, overcoming many obstacles on the way. But when he got there, he couldn't recognize which herb it was. So with his tremendous strength, he just picked up the top of the mountain and flew back with the whole thing. And in this way, he was able to revive Lakshman in the nick of time. Supremely intelligent and valorous, Hanuman brought victory for Lord Ram. He added to the spotless fame of Lord Ram, who killed Ravana. It was Hanuman who encouraged Mother Sita. And by Ram's order, this Hanuman, the one true recipient of his master's favor, still lives in this world, although unable to bear separation from the Lord. So this was why Prahlad said Hanuman was the greatest, had received the most mercy, because he stayed with Lord Ram for many, many years while Ram ruled the kingdom. But then after Ram left, still Hanuman remained, worshiping the deity of Lord Ram. So why is this? If he was such a great devotee of Lord Ram, why wouldn't he stay with Ram? Why wouldn't he leave this world when Ram left this world? So this is explained. After Lord Ramachandra killed Ravana in battle, Hanuman brought this news to Mother Sita, where she was held captive. This brought Sita back to life, and her life became happy again when Hanuman took her to meet her husband. Since Hanuman's life with Lord Ram after the victory was so fortunate, one might ask, how could Hanuman have ever left the Lord's association? Why did he not return with Lord Ram to the eternal Ayodhya in Vaikuntha, along with the other residents of the kingdom? The answer is that his Lord specifically asked him to stay behind on earth. Atmeshwara, is used in this verse, means his own Lord. In other words, by staying in this world, Hanuman gave all its inhabitants a much better chance to take to the path of pure bhakti yoga, pure devotional service. Lord Ramachandra ordered Hanuman to make this severe sacrifice because the Lord wanted to bestow such mercy on the conditioned souls. Living in separation from the Lord is Hanuman's most difficult and most glorious service. So this is why Hanuman is revered. One of the reasons he is revered that he served Lord Ram in every capacity, but when he was asked, he even took the unbearable separation from his Lord for the benefit of humanity. This is why Hanuman is worshipped all over India. You find temples of Hanuman everywhere, yeah? So, and Srila Prabhupada, the founder of this great Krishna consciousness movement, came from India. He had been trying for many years to, in the mood of Hanuman, share the message of Krishna consciousness with a wide swath of people. However, he found very little interest in India. One of the reasons is that people have a sense that they already understand Lord Krishna's teachings. And there are so many swamis and so many teachers that people have a kind of eclectic view. Another reason is, just as you see in Calcutta, there's a very famous sweet shop. And the sweet are made with ghee, and they're very famous, and everyone goes because of the finest quality. But the proprietor of the sweet shop does not care for the sweets very much, because he's had so many and seen so many. Everyone else likes them. But those familiarity breeds contempt. So for whatever reason, Srila Prabhupada's efforts to introduce Krishna consciousness in India were not met with much success. When he was in his 60s, he was living alone, but ordered by his guru to bring these teachings to the English-speaking world, he was laboring to write and publish English translations of these ancient Vedic literatures. So that was his strategy. It looked very hopeless because he had no money, he had no followers. He could barely manage to get them produced, but he did. Then suddenly he received, unexpectedly, an invitation to go to America. So he went to see a friend who had a steamship company, Sumati Morarji, and he said, "Please give me a ticket on your steamship so I can go to America. I now have a permission to go." And she said, "Swamiji, you will die on the way." He said, "No, it's all right." He was so determined. And so she said, "Swamiji, you just want to go there and see America. You just want to be a tourist." And he said, "My guru has ordered me. I have to go. I have to go." So finally she relented and gave him passage. So in the mood of Hanuman, Srila Prabhupada made this incredible crossing of the Atlantic Ocean. On the way he had 2 heart attacks, and almost died. He was 70 years old. Somehow he survived, and he arrived in New York with $5 and an invitation to stay with a stranger for a month. That was it. And so when he was leaving the dock, the owner of the steamship, or the manager of the steamship, said, "Do you want me to book your return passage?" And he said, "No, I'll come back." And he did come back a few times, just to see when the next ship would sail back to India. Because initially, he also did not receive much interest in America. But he persevered, and instead of going uptown New York, where the wealthy people were, he went down to the Lower East Side, where the young people were, the young, inquisitive, spiritually minded people of the 60s. He began chanting, and from that simple chanting, like we've been doing this evening, people became attracted. They liked this form of meditation. They liked this simple means of connecting with the divine through the yoga of sound. Shri Radhachir Gopinath ki jai. Shri Jagannath Swami ki jai. So from that humble beginning, he started this Krishna consciousness movement, and it began to spread all over America and then all over the world. So of course he came here to Toronto 1975 and 76. The devotees there were young Westerners, many kind of hippies, sincerely seeking young people without a lot of experience in life, but trying hard to serve their guru by helping him spread these teachings. So it was that group of young men and women who invited Srila Prabhupada to come and see this church. And the owners of the church said, we will burn it down before we will sell it to the Hare Krishnas. So Shubha Vilas Prabhu, because at that time there were very few people of Indian descent who were involved with Srila Prabhupada's movement. But Shubha Vilas Prabhu was one, and he got together with a few friends, and he approached the owners and said, we want to make this a Hindu cultural center. And they said, all right, and sold it to them. And then Shubha Vilas Prabhu and company sold it to the Hare Krishnas for $1. So now we have this wonderful temple for Sri Radhachari Chora Gopinath. So my point is that this is the mood of Hanuman, that is taking on great services for Lord Krishna. Before he left this world in 1977, Srila Prabhupada introduced Krishna consciousness in North America, South America, Africa, Europe, and he went back to India. And when the people in India saw that internationally people were taking to Bhakti Yoga, they also took interest. And today, the Hare Krishna movement is massive in India. Millions of followers. But it's that combination of East and West that has made this Hanuman-like accomplishment possible. Srila Prabhupada had this vision. He said, India is like a lame man. That there's knowledge, but there's not much resource. North America is like the blind man. There's resources, but no vision. So if the blind man climbs on the shoulders of the lame man climbs on the shoulders of the blind man. Yes. Together they can walk. So East and West can meet with Krishna at the center. So it is wonderful to be here. I haven't been here in 20 years or so, but the temple is full, wonderful devotees. People are so gladly taking to Srila Prabhupada's teachings. But we see the majority are from the Indian community. It's interesting how it changed. In the beginning it was practically all Westerners, and now it's practically all Indians. So how to hit that balance? You know, there's a natural ebb and flow of things in this world. When Srila Prabhupada was invited to Hong Kong, he came and gave a lecture before a large group of people. He had sent a disciple to Hong Kong. It's a very interesting story. One young man, he said, you please go to Hong Kong. And then one young lady joined the temple. She was a movie star. She'd just been in a movie with Mick Jagger. And she said, Prabhupada, what do you want me to do? He said, would you be willing to go and help in Hong Kong? And she said, all right, whatever you say. And she went and married this young man in Hong Kong. They're still married 50-some years later. And they began trying to introduce Krishna consciousness to the Chinese people. It was very difficult. But there were many Sindhi businessmen in Hong Kong, and they liked it very much. They were appreciative. So when Srila Prabhupada came to Hong Kong, there was a large gathering of people, mostly from the Indian community. So Prabhupada began his lecture in a very unusual way. He said, it was not Mahatma Gandhi that drove the British out of India. See, and it upsets people to hear that. I mean, to many in India, Mahatma Gandhi is like a deity. I was visiting North Carolina once for the opening of a Hindu mandir, and being America, they had an election, which deity shall we install? So Krishna got 67 votes, Shiva got 32 votes, Ganesh got 14 votes, and Mahatma Gandhi got 3 votes. So it was very unusual, but Prabhupada started like this. It was not Gandhi who drove the British out of India, it was Subhas Chandra Bose. Right? It was, Bose made a deal with Hitler that if the Indian soldiers who were fighting on behalf of their British overlords defected, that Hitler would send them to Bose, who was in Singapore, organizing an Indian nationalist army to help fight the British. So he was not pro-Nazi, but he was anti-British, because British were ruling India and exploiting India for so many years. He wanted to drive them out. So Prabhupada told this story
which didn't really have much to do with the Bhagavad Gita. And the young man who was leading the temple there in Hong Kong was a little puzzled. So later he said, Srila Prabhupada, why did you tell that story? And then he said, were you telling that story to give this Indian audience the idea that they could become an expatriate army to help spread Krishna consciousness? And that you would be like Bose and recruit them from Maya? Prabhupada said, yes, you've understood my point. So, there you go. It is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bharate Bhumi Hoila Manusya Janmasar, that to take birth in India or from Indian families is the most auspicious birth. But those who do have that fortunate birth, Kara Upakara, they are meant for one thing, to make others suffering their suffering. Para Upakara means your problem is my problem. In other words, out of compassion, I want to help you. So we can help people in many ways. We can build a hospital and take care of their body. We can build a soup kitchen and feed their belly. We can build a college and educate their minds. But all of these things will improve their lives materially and yet do nothing for their spiritual life. So true compassion is what? It's helping people solve their problems. To solve the problems of life is real para upakar. How do we solve the problems of life? We have to understand who we are. That we are not this external body, be it Indian or Western or male or female or tall or short or fat or thin or whatever. These are all designations only. In the Shastra it is said, Sarvopadi vanir muktam tatparetwana nirmalam. All of these designations are called upadis, or unwanted, unnecessary things. Because we may be a man today, but then when this male body dies, what are we going to be in our next life? We may not even come back as human beings if our propensities are subhuman. So real compassion means helping people prepare for their next life. Real compassion means to help people solve their lasting problems. Srila Prabhupada was asked, will chanting Hare Krishna cure cancer? He said, yes. Chant Hare Krishna and you'll never get cancer again. Real compassion means to help people deal with their actual problems of life. And what are those problems? We are forced to grow old. We are forced to get COVID. We are forced to wear masks. We are forced to die. None of these things we want, but they're forced on us and there's nothing we can do about it. But if we take to yoga and we progress in our spiritual lives, when we give up this troublesome material body, when we leave this body at death, we can go back to Godhead and not have to return to this cycle of birth and death. In the Gita, Krishna explains this. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatvataha. Taktva dehan punar janma naiti mam eti. Certainly, so Arjuna. One who understands the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities doesn't have to take birth in this world again. So Krishna's activities, his appearances are for many, many reasons. As I mentioned, Lord Ram appears in this ideal leader incarnation. As Lord Krishna, the Lord appears to instruct Arjuna to help him overcome his misconceptions of life. The Lord comes, his great devotees like Hanuman comes, all for this purpose of displaying incredible pastimes, amazing pastimes, far beyond anything Hollywood could produce, or Bollywood. To captivate our minds and fill our hearts with inspiration. Not an inspiration over something materially incredible, but something that is genuine and spiritual and uplifting and pure. So that is the purpose of our Krishna consciousness movement. Even if we don't understand or have time to read and learn about Lord Ram or Lord Krishna, we can chant their holy names. Anyone can do it very easily. Let's do it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'd like to share with you, if I can find it here, very beautiful quote that one of my friends sent today on this auspicious occasion. I'll just paraphrase it. Is it quoting Lord Ram? He says, "If one sincerely calls out to me one time, I will always remember that servant. I will never abandon that servant, even if that servant tries to abandon me." So just by calling out the holy names of Lord Krishna and Lord Ram one time, we will connect with Krishna in a way he will never forget us. So suppose we take up spiritual life, but then we don't succeed. What is our position? We've tried to follow Lord Krishna, we tried to follow Lord Ram, but then again, we become attracted to the things of this world. Have we just wasted our time? We've lost our momentum for our material advantage, and at the same time we failed in our spiritual pursuit. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is asked this question. So he responds by saying, look, relax. One who does good is never overcome by evil. So if we take to spiritual life and we make a little progress, that progress stays with us forever. Neha bikrama nasosti prativayana vidyate. In the Gita, Krishna explains, a little advancement on this path can save one from having to take another birth in the material world, the most dangerous type of fear. So Krishna says, one who does good is never overcome by evil. Therefore, the worst that could happen is that you'll come back with a better opportunity in your next life to completely succeed spiritually. So if we take the spiritual life and we don't like it, we can always go back to our previous life. There's a karma back guarantee. If we don't like our spiritual life, then we can always go back to what we're doing. But our proposal is that if you learn to enjoy on the spiritual platform, you'll find a kind of happiness you have never experienced on the material platform. We can talk about it and talk about it, but it has to be experienced to be understood. There's no charge, there's no obligation. So please take up, on this auspicious day of Lord Ram's appearance, please take up this mission of Krishna consciousness. I've come at the invitation of the Temple Council to help establish a school here in this temple. A school that caters to young people from Western, Indian, all kinds of backgrounds, doesn't matter, but young people who really want to invest some time in the serious study of spiritual life. It's called the Bhakti Academy. And during the pandemic, the temple leaders have been vigorously remodeling the temple basement to accommodate young men and women who want to study Bhakti Yoga seriously at this wonderful temple. So with your blessings, we will have this program, do it successfully, and you'll see many bright young faces here in this temple, the kind of young men and women who started the temple in the first place in the 70s. They're still out there, and they're just waiting for someone to come and share Krishna consciousness with them. So you please help us in this mission any way that you can. Because the mission of Lord Ram is not meant for just the people of India. The mission of Lord Krishna is not meant for just the fortunate people of India. The mission of Lord Krishna is meant for the entire world. Hari Bol. And here in this cosmopolitan city of Toronto, there are people from all over the world. So many young men and women who just don't yet understand how beautiful Krishna can make their lives. So in the service of Srila Prabhupada, let us become his army. Like Lord Ram recruited the monkey army to help him rescue Sita from Ravan. So let us be the monkeys of Srila Prabhupada's army and rescue these conditioned souls from the clutches of illusion. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Sita Ram Hanuman Lakshman ki jai. Gaur Premanandi.
we see a lot of new faces here today. So if anyone would like to get more connected with us, you can reach out to the front desk to be added to our WhatsApp group, where you can get daily darshan of the deities, as well as updates about ongoing projects of the temple, like the renovations that are going on, as well as upcoming programs and other activities. And additionally, normally every Sunday, we do have a virtual reading of the Gopi Gita, which takes place at 7:15. This will be continuing today, but while at the end of the program, while you are lining up for prasadam, you can hear the Gopi Gita. So, on that note, once again, a reminder that prasadam will be served as takeout only due to COVID protocols. So, after the arti, we will begin serving prasadam. And it will be served in the corner there, so the line you can see has already been established. And so we're going to ask people to line up and observe some social distancing, please. And then remember to take your coats on your way out, and because the line is there, and the coats are in the back corner. And then you can exit with your prasad. So without further ado, we will go on to the Arti photograph.
Hare Narasimha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanukima Keshavadurta Narihariyoga Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
While